guys, it's Joshua Reviews, and today, let's hope to God we're reviewing a good movie, because God almighty, last film I reviewed was shit. I mean, wow, talk about a mother load. So, Trick. Is it good? Well, 2019 is when this film came out. I saw the trailer for it. Mildly curious about it, but it came out sometime in like November, I think. So I didn't really get a chance to watch it for Halloween. At least I think it came out in November. I could be wrong about that. Either way, I didn't get a chance to see it last year, and I waited till this year to fucking watch it. Yeah, that's how certified of Halloween I am. I am just certified as hell. I wait until it is Halloween to watch Halloween-themed movies. I don't watch horror films during Halloween. I watch horror Halloween-themed movies. Doesn't even have to be horror-themed. It can just be a Halloween-themed movie. So, is Trick good? Well, my friend said it was. Doesn't mean, I have to think it's good. It is about this late night on Halloween 2015, I think. Yeah, 2015. This guy named Trick, but his name is Patrick, but his nickname is Trick. Get it? Just no P-A. Just Trick. Haha. See what you did there. He basically goes on a killing spree at this Halloween party, and he kills people, and he gets stabbed by this girl, and then he goes to a hospital, and he basically escapes, supposedly. And the whole film is the cops and this one girl trying to find him. So, did I like it? Well, let's talk about the pros and then we'll talk about the cons, okay? If there's one thing I like about movies, it's the fact that they're usually entertaining. You'll come across a low-budget film every here now and then. You'll come across one of them, and they could be fun, laughably bad, or surprisingly good. This isn't really a low-budget film, kind of. I think the budget for this was like $900,000? I could be really wrong about that. I'm too lazy to check. So, going in, I thought it was low budget, and I thought it's going to be very slow paced. This film looks like that one film I watched during Christmas, 12 Days Till Christmas or something. I forgot. It was about the Killer Santa and the Harley Quinn, Mrs. Claus. Fucking shit. But this is from the director of My Bloody Valentine. So that got me kind of excited. So anyways, enough of that. I'm sorry. Is it good? Well, let's talk about the pros and cons. As I just said like a minute ago, you guys are dying anticipation because this review is going to be like 9 minutes long or something. So, like I said, I like to be entertained in a movie. And if there's one thing this movie did, it kept me entertained. This film was really, really entertaining. Right from the get-go, this film started off with a bang. Like, people were dying in the most brutal ways, and I'm like, whoa, okay, that's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. And yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see. Thing is, the pacing of this film is non-stop action. And, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being entertained as long as the pacing isn't like, we gotta get straight to the action, which this film was. That is one thing I noticed throughout this film. The pacing of this film is, wow. It goes really fast. Gets right into the story. Doesn't waste any time. Not even real character development. It just starts, and you're kind of like, oh, these are our characters. Okay. They're your standard, typical main characters. There's no one that sticks out besides maybe the one main guy who is a cop. He sticks out because, he's like the main guy. He's trying to find the killer or killers. We don't know. We're tagging along with him and his partner, and they just go and they investigate, but they never end up finding the killer. They just always kind of accidentally bump into him, which is something I have a problem with. The characters, I like them, but they're not developed enough that I can get emotionally attached to them. They're like, okay, these are our main characters. I like you, but I'm not gonna cry if you die, which is what other movies like Terminator 2 had me do when, Terminator died from John Connor. It's like, you're not going to get emotionally invested in any of these characters. There's a crying scene towards the end that I wanted to feel bad for, but because I didn't know the characters well enough, I'm like, sad, but I don't know you, bitch. Shit. Fuck. Another thing I liked was the killer and the kills. They were cool. I liked the whole concept of the killer changed masks, change, his style. And I love the knife he has. It says Trick on it. I think that is really clever and cool. And I love the whole feel of this movie. This film made me feel pumped up for Halloween. This film is drenched in Halloween. And surprisingly, the actors do a good enough job. There's one big name in this movie who I forgot the actor's name, but he was in Halloween 3. He's the main character, and I love that guy. And I forgot his name, and I really wish I knew him. But, he's well known, but he's one of those actors that will just accept any movie role because you don't see him a lot anymore. So I'm not surprised to see him in this type of film, but overall, yeah, I like this character, but he's only in it for a little bit. The characters in this film are very just like kind of there. They're not like, oh yeah, let's get emotionally invested in our characters. We're just kind of left with our characters. And that is the one thing I didn't really like about this film. Another thing I didn't like was the pacing, as I already said. But the thing is with the pacing, for some weird reason, this film it moves really fast. And I don't just mean the pacing. The pacing, has a little bit to do with what I'm about to say. But the camera is fucking shaky as hell in this film. There are some scenes that I couldn't even pay attention to. I actually got a little bit sick while watching this film. This camera, instead of being still, it was like this throughout the whole film. In a normal dialogue scene, it was like this. Hey, my name is Jason. You want to talk? Oh, okay, let's talk. It's like, wow. It was really, really, really shaky. And holy shit, it got distracting. And because of the fast pace, there's a lot of quick edits. And that's another thing. The editing in this film is really weird. It is really weird. There's weird cuts, there's weird dissolves, and there's weird stuff that's not explained in the film. But, I'm just going to assume they're doing that for the sequel. And the twist, while it was not bad, I think there was a lot of unanswered questions. I'm not going to spoil anything because I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I kind of enjoyed this film. It's not great by any means, but I definitely enjoyed it. And I think you will too. I don't think there's anything in this film that'll piss off anyone. I think horror fans will like it. They'll like the kills. They'll like the killer, because I definitely did. I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to this. Please, director, if they make a sequel to this, please don't make it shaky. For the love of God, don't make it shaky. I hate shaky cam. So yeah, overall, I didn't hate this film. I liked it. I liked it enough that I was entertained by it. That's the one thing I can say. And I don't know, that may just be me, but I was entertained. I was really entertained, but I'm not going to, say that by me being entertained, I'm not going to let that get in the way of the movie's flaws. I was entertained, but I'm not going to let, that slide all the flaws that this film has. And for that, I'm probably going to give it a C+. But I'm not saying don't watch it, because, I don't know, I heard a few people like this film. My one friend who's really into horror movies, he liked this film. He loved it, but there are definitely people that don't like this film. The Rotten Tomato score is 34 and 35, I think. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, not that many people like this film. But a few people I know personally, they did like it. So you might like it. I don't know. It honestly depends. So, yeah, thank God this film wasn't that bad. I was expecting it to be shit. So, let's review another one. Should we review another one tomorrow? Or the next day? Or the next day? Or the next day? We'll see.